Hello again, my wonderful students, and welcome to part 2 of notation of pitch and rhythm. So let's talk about notes and rests. Notes are the duration of a pitch, while rests are the duration of the silence. Both notes and rests are named after their values. First, we have whole, then we have half, quarter, and eighth. You can actually keep subdividing by 2 even further, but for the sake of time, we're going to be going only up to eighth. So the notes and rests actually subdivide into each other. If you start off with a whole and divide that by 2, you'll get 2 half notes. If you divide a half note, you're going to get 2 quarter notes. And if you divide a quarter note, you're going to get 2 eighth notes, and etc. and etc. When writing notes that have flags, if there's ever 2 of them next to each other, you would want to beam them just like this. So now let's talk about an augmentation dot. What it does is it adds half of the note's value. So if I have a dotted half note, that would be a half note plus a quarter note. If I had a dotted whole note, that would be a whole note plus a half note. Now what ties do is that they combine 2 notes into one single duration. If I have a whole note tied with a quarter note, that value would just be a whole note plus a quarter note. If I have a half note tied with an eighth note, the value would be a half note plus an eighth note. So what is a meter? A meter is an arrangement of certain pitches in a rhythmic pattern. The beat is a steady, consistent pulse. And what I'm drawing here are bar lines. In between the bar lines are measures or bars. And the first beat of each measure is the downbeat. Now let's talk about time signatures. If you've ever seen sheet music, then you've probably seen the 2 numbers stacked on top of each other like this. The top represents how many beats are in a measure, and the bottom number represents what value gets that beat. In simple meters, we can actually divide by 2, so that's why we have time signatures like 4/4, 2/2, and 3/4. You can have common time and cut time too, but those are just fancier ways of saying 4/4 and 2/2. Compound time signatures are actually divided into 3 groups, and examples of this would be 9/8 and 6/8. If you try to divide the top number by 2, you're going to get a decimal point. And this is why in compound time signatures we use the augmentation dot. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. And remember, you got this.